No, I don't agree with that. You gotta have a roadmap, a yearly roadmap, where it shows like future content that's coming to keep people engaged and keep people like wanting to play the game. If you don't have a roadmap or no direction or nothing like that, no communication, then the players are not gonna have to find the motivation to play. So, New World Aeternum apparently may be actually getting a roadmap, which I am a little bit cautious on, because after hearing the veteran players of the game, it definitely seems that Amazon doesn't really communicate very well with the player base. Which, for me, I'm gonna be really hopeful that they do come out with a roadmap, but a roadmap that doesn't have empty promises, right? Like my main game is BDO, right? So Pearl Abyss over the many years have made a lot of empty promises, right, at the Calpheon Heidel balls, and it's just been really frustrating for many players, right? Now, granted, I think PA has improved on that, but like in general, like what's up with these developers just promising content that actually never gets put into the game, right? It's just super annoying. Like for me, if you know 100% the content is going to be in the game, then yes, by all means, please mention it into the roadmap or whatever you decide to, however you decide to mention it. But if you're only like 99% sure, then just don't tell us, right? Just don't tell us so that we don't get frustrated or mad when it doesn't make it into the game, right? But if it does make it into the game, then we're just really surprised and happy, right? Like you would think that would just be common sense. But either way, I don't have too much experience with Amazon and how they approach roadmaps with content or just in communication, in general. So I guess time tell. Hopefully with them kind of rebranding the game and right now just with the positivity with the game right now, they'll care a little bit more, right? So who knows? Who I think does a really good job of providing a roadmap and just kind of following through with it? Elder Scrolls Online, which I haven't played ESO in a while, but when I did, right, they would always release a roadmap for the upcoming year, right? And then they would release kind of or tell you what content that would be implemented kind of each quarter. So it was really nice, kind of gave you some excitement to kind of look forward to as the year kind of approached. But yeah, I don't know. Amazon maybe should take some notes from them, but let me know down in the comments kind of what your thoughts on this potential roadmap is. But let's see what other people are saying. Community manager response to player discussion thread on the official Discord, and a player discussion thread asking about a roadmap, not complete radio silence at least. CM Lydia. The team knows that everyone is looking forward to a roadmap and is working on it. We are excited about it too, but these things take a bit of time, so please be patient. Oh, I just love being patient. I mean, we'll see, right? We'll see. Just like what I just spoke on, with the veteran players have been very vocal that Amazon Games does not really communicate very well, at least in terms with New World. So we'll see. We'll see if they actually follow through with it. At least they did have someone, a CM, make a post about it. And hopefully it's not false hope. But I think it would be great to have a roadmap into this game or content that will be released in the upcoming year. At least that will give the direction to the game and will give the developers goals to accomplish for the year, right? And also kind of expectations just from the players, just so what we know what to expect that might be coming, future content. So yeah, we'll see. Let's see what people down below are saying. It's nice that they hired George R.R. Martin to write their roadmap. So if you don't know who George Martin is, he's the guy who wrote the Game of Thrones series. So I'm trying to think though. I thought Game of Thrones was finished, right? I thought it was finished. Is it not finished? Hold on, let me look. Let's see. Let's see. George Martin. What Game of Throne finished? Oh gosh. Oh gosh, I can't spell. No, it has not finished. The sixth and final book. Okay, well, so his book series is not finished, but I thought the actual like show was done. Finish. Completely finished. Let's see. It concluded on the 2019. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, yeah. So it did end. But I guess the book series is not finished. Wait, how long has he been doing the book series for? Let's see. Martin Game of Thrones book started? Let's see. 1991 is when he started writing it, published in 1996. Gosh, this man has been going crazy. It's a long series, huh? And he still hasn't finished it. So I guess maybe that's why this person said that they hired him, because like it's never gonna come. Like the roadmap's never gonna come. That's a pretty good comment. 415 upvotes. That's pretty good. This comment doesn't have nearly enough upvotes. I'm dying right now. Yeah, I guess you would need to know some context with that though. That's so funny. Seriously, I almost had a year and we're still waiting. Come on now. Never getting a roadmap. Gotcha. At least we know we'll get other New World content that has nothing to do with future content. New World will never learn them. We'll never learn them. That's a good one. Nah, player base has been way too patient and been patient again and giving the game another chance. Now is the time that the devs get their act together and start delivering. Yes. Come on now. This is your time to shine. With the huge influx of people coming into the game again, and there's been a lot of positivity, so you need to keep that momentum rolling. The release on consoles, it's more like a fresh batch of patience was introduced. Let's see how long it will take for devs and community managers to use it all up again. I just hope Discord situation won't be the same as before Aeternum launch. Did it even improve, and they've stopped banning people for having opinions. Not gonna lie, I saw a comment similar to this like a week ago after the updated release. Gets to level 65 in 2 days, has 700 plus gear score by weeks. And where's the roadmap? Meanwhile, 95% of the fresh start server like level 27. Yeah, I'm at like level 46, I think. So I've just been taking my time, right? I'm a casual player, and I'm also playing like multiple MMOs too. So it's not like I'm playing just this game only. But yeah, I mean, I'm having a lot of fun with it. You can have a roadmap before everyone is max level. I mean, it would actually be in the developer's best interest to have a roadmap before everyone's max level, so people have confidence about not wasting their time while preparing for whatever comes next. I agree. I think it would be really beneficial to have a roadmap before you reach level 65, right? Like, or at least like release one a couple weeks after the release of New World Aeternum, right? Like, but having nothing at all is just not a good sign. And really no communication from the developers is not a good sign either. But yeah, makes sense to me. Having a roadmap is more about knowing the game has a future and what the future may bring, rather than looking for more content to satisfy self-interest. Yeah, it's a good point. I mean, I think they coincide together, like content and the future of the game. Sure. Very true. A time investment falling short of enjoyment is not enjoyment at all. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's huge, right? You don't want to sink all of your time into something that you know is not going to have continued development with. That the update is fresh and most people are still having fun does not change the fact that Amazon Games has a terrible track record of delivering content. Yeah, see, I don't know, because I've never really played New World other than like the release of the game, and I've never really kept up with it, so I don't know. Amazon's track record with communication. But from hearing the veteran players, it definitely does not seem very good. First start server you on, that 95% of servers still has level 27. I'm on 2 fresh start servers, and it's getting to the point where it's a rarity if I even see anyone sub level 65. The problem the game ran into was always a lack of in-game content. Felt really repetitive. A roadmap is needed quickly or they'll lose some of the momentum they built with the relaunch of the game. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, I still see quite a few players below 65. So, but yes, a roadmap, agree, should be implemented. This is not true. It only takes like 10, 15 hours to hit max level. The majority of players run around are level 65. It's totally fine to not be max, but to say the majority are not. The second zone, I see maybe one. But I feel like you can't really say that either, though. 10 to 15 hours to hit max level? Maybe. I feel like I must just be really slow. I know I've done a lot of PvP arenas too. That's probably my issue. But I know I'm well above like 15, 20 hours. I'm only level 46. But I will say the leveling I feel like if you spend a day and you literally just strictly just did questing only and you just kind of went right through it, not really paying attention to the story, just skipping through everything. Yeah, I definitely think you can get to 65 in probably 10 to 15 hours. I don't disagree with that. But if you really want to like fully immerse yourself and just kind of take your time, it's definitely going to be more than that for sure. So I started a week ago. I'm only level 30. Some people like to take their time. Yep. It took my buddy and I a week to level up, playing together as a tank healer. Made this one of the most enjoyable MMOs for me. We've even have a lot of our life skills over 150 as well. My skinning and leather working is capped, but had them both done by level 62. The point that I want to make is that it all felt very organic. We were just going with the flow. It was really pleasant. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, you got to play the game however you want to play it. And like for me, I like to kind of just take my time, learn the mechanics, learn everything. I don't really necessarily want to rush through. Also like the kind of in between doing arenas, like the 3v3 arenas. That's kind of fun to just kind of offset some of that story content. But I do like the story content. All right, got to log back in here. So they're going to write down 5 things and do exactly the opposite for one and delay the other 4 until the next roadmap in 2026. You mean until they release it for Nintendo and relaunch the game again? Oh no. This game probably would play pretty good with the Nintendo Switch though, let's be honest. Let's be honest. Not gonna lie, I'd actually respect them if they pulled that off. Don't forget the new zone release and increase to level 70, and then a DLC, and then a re-release of the game under the disguise of, hey guys, we've learned from our mistakes. New World Aeternum is going to be lit, and then we'll have old players saying the game is good, but management of the game is bad, and the new players will fall for the same song and dance. They can keep doing this forever. Yeah, potentially. Yeah. Hey, this is kind of working for them though. Haha. So why would they change the formula? New fresh start servers for console and then the PC this time together as experienced players in 2026 with one more mediocre update. Maybe. So I'm not going to click that, but maybe some type of something roadmap. I don't know. Yeah, we'll skip that. Really start playing again, and these dudes don't have a roadmap. Winter, roadmap is coming. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Right now, it's better to stop doing roadmaps. Just announce updates exactly 1 month before the release and just forget about roadmaps. See, I don't agree with that. I think you have to have a direction for the game, and I think it should be really apparent to the bear place, like the direction that you're going to be going, at least for the upcoming year. Right? Like if you don't know until the 1 month before, like you're not gonna have people playing. So you gotta have a roadmap, a yearly roadmap where it shows like future content that's coming to keep people engaged and keep people like wanting to play the game. If you don't have a roadmap or no direction or nothing like that, no communication, then the players are not gonna find the motivation to play, right? So I think having a roadmap is so important for community engagement and just keeping players engaged with the game in general. Would be a good decisive stance for them to have. Honestly, unfortunately, with the current track record, they have is a bit of a catch-22 with anything roadmap related. No roadmap, and people will complain about there not being a long-term plan. If they give us a roadmap, people will say that there has been lies and things cut in the past and not to trust it. That's the thing. If they do a roadmap, it's got to be a roadmap that they 100% know is going to be in the game. There can't be any empty promises. Like, I hate that. Don't tell me it's going to be in the game and then you just don't put it in the game. Like, what? Like, you give us so much hype for however many months, and then you just rip it away from me. Like, oh no, sorry. Actually, that's not going to be into the game because we figured out developmental wise, we can't actually do it. We can't actually make it. It's like, no, you should have already made it, and it should already be like in a beta phase, you know, like internal testing to make sure it actually works. And then it should be pretty much almost ready to be released now. So just don't give us unfulfilled or empty promises. Aeternum should have just released with a roadmap, however vague, of what 2025 would look like, with additional updates coming 3 to 4 weeks ahead of content drops. As someone who has worked in branding and marketing, this shouldn't be news. Aeternum release is when the most eyes will be on the game, and is the ideal time to release a content pipeline, even if it's just a brief outline of their plan. Yeah, 6 months worth. Yeah, and they should have, like, really, when they're rebranding this game, they should have had a roadmap pretty much already implemented, right? They should have already had one already to give the player base, like at least maybe a few days after the game, or even before it was even launched. Like, hey, this is what we're going to be having released here in the next year. So get hype. Like, this is coming, and we're gonna do a 180 here. Okay, so we want you to play this game. We want you to be part of the community, and we're gonna be better, right? That's what they should have kind of done as a whole with the rebranding of this game. This whole trust me bro mentality they still have doesn't make sense considering the game industry as a whole these days. People have a large number of games to choose from. Yep. And they need to establish a better foundation of why players would want to play their game over another live service MMO. Yeah. Yeah. And more of an established and trustworthy MMO. Yeah, I prefer this roadmap from Amazon Games so far. Meaningless. They lack consistency in their communication, or a bunch of words of nothing. Yeah, see, that's a shame, right? If they have released roadmaps in the past, which I don't know if they have or haven't, but maybe it seems like they have, and it's just been really inconsistent and hasn't, like, none of the content really has been implemented, then that's a shame. That is a shame. That's bad on them for doing that. That is terrible. It's very, very, very terrible. It's a terrible way of trying to sell a game and to get their player base to trust in them and to play their game and to spend money on their game when they're just not going to do what they say. Kind of true. Last time we had a roadmap, 70% of the stuff on it never got released. 70%? Oh, that's terrible. So they have released a roadmap in the past. Wow. I think that's probably worse. 70%, that's probably worse than Pearl Abyss. Man. With this model, the next communication we got from Amazon Games will be next September. Next September. When they announce they're going to be porting the game to Switch. I mean, let's be honest, though. I feel like New World would definitely play really well on a Switch. For sure. Roadmap in the year of 2025 will be focusing on bringing the game to Nintendo Switch. We'll be now releasing our roadmaps yearly, so stay tuned for more info. We're super excited to share with what we have in store for 2026. I really hope this roadmap will at least be realistic. 2026. It's about to be a launch title for the Nintendo Switch 2. I can finally see that happening after the past couple years. Nintendo Switch 2? Are they going to be... I mean, the Nintendo Switch has been out for a while. I haven't really kept up with it, but are they coming out with a Nintendo Switch 2 next year or in 2026? That'd be kind of cool. Look, guys, you're just going to have to wait for the roadmap. It will only take another year, but we promise there's a roadmap. Only a year. Oh, no, 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 no. That's my confusion. Someone that works for a tech company, someone should be able to sit down and knock out a roadmap or whatever project management software they're using without any pictures within a couple of days. We've had our 2025 release plan for some time. Our late December and a January feature locks with just bug fixes, probably a skeleton for 2026, floating around somewhere that I haven't even bothered to look at. Sometimes you shuffle things in and around or get delays, but November you should have your entire 2025 planned out. Executives would be throwing a fit if we didn't have a roadmap for customers. Yeah, exactly. Crossbows. Every business has a roadmap already done. They just don't want to share it. Yeah, that's a shame. You would hope they would have a roadmap, right? Yeah, they have no direction. They're just like, we might do this one month, this the other month. We'll be patient, wait for another 6 months. They've been silent since relaunch, pretty much. Yeah, I don't think that's a good sign. Just ask ChatGPT about a roadmap to hold you over. Hey, ChatGPT, can you just give me a roadmap on New World Aeternum and just come up with some awesome stuff that I'm, hoping to look forward to in the upcoming year. Get your own self hyped up for no reason. All that time to put on the game on the console with the DLC, no one thought of a roadmap for after. Yeah. Roadmaps aren't going to do crap, so they're not going to be able to deliver on them. I think that's the key point. If they're not going to be able to deliver on them, it will just do further damage, their rep, and their faith of the player base. They should do what the other comment suggested, just announce things big or small ahead of schedule, so that it should generate hype. Giving a big roadmap for a whole year or season, not delivering things just upsets the crowd. I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. However, as a company, as developers, you make sure that doesn't happen, right? And it gives direction to the developers too. It's like, hey, we're gonna do this regardless. Like, we set out and we said that we're gonna do this piece of content or whatever it may be, and we're gonna follow through with it. And yeah, but if they do a roadmap and they are not able to deliver on it, then yes, it's going to make a lot of people mad, right? BDO, Pearl Abyss, prime example. Now, they have gotten better over the years, but they still do it, and it still makes people mad. Roadmap is nice, but PvP is one of the worst states it's ever been. Game running exploits. Oh no, that was released with the immortality cheat that considered in dragging a window and doing circles. That was so funny. You could literally, so you would just make your game, like, not minimize it, put it kind of in a window mode, and you would just do this right here, and people would try to attack you, and you're literally invincible. It was so funny. It was like, who thinks of doing something like that? Like, hey, I'm just going to window my game and just do this here and see if anyone's able to kill me. Like, that's such a crazy bug. 3 years ago, the game had exploits that broke PvP. Why do people expect something different this time around? Not flaming those who play the game, as I love my time with the game, but honestly, what do you, the people that are hopeful for, expect is going to happen? Amazon Games hasn't hired anyone of note that's known to turn things around. Okay. Amazon Games hasn't invested in the team. Okay. Amazon Games hasn't shown in their track record that they can manage a successful MMORPG. Okay. So I'm asking, why are people shocked that the same stuff that was an issue 3 years ago is an issue today? Hey, it's a valid argument. Because a lot of the community now are console players who got baited by the toxic positivity. The game is great and all the complainers are just bitter. And are still in the process of coming to terms with reality. They either aren't aware of the history at all, or if they are, they're naive, assume that Amazon Games are capable of learning and improving despite not having replaced any of the leadership. That's a good point, though. That's a good point. We're just like, hey, maybe this will be the turnaround. But yeah, if they haven't replaced anyone in the leadership, then yeah. I'm torn on caring about a roadmap yet. I've owned the game since launch, but this Aeternum update has been good enough for me to play enough to finally reach max level. Every other attempt was me quitting around level 35. I never even got past level 16 or 17 when it released. So yeah, it's definitely a big difference now for sure with the state of the game in terms of just being able to level up, and the content is just much better. The voice acting is much better. The cinematics is much better. So it's like a whole brand new game. Honestly, it's completely different. So I definitely will hit level 65 at some point, but I'm just taking my time. I hit level 65 last weekend. Still need to finish the Wilds and the Heart Ruin quest. Only seen 2 expeditions. No crafting gathering has been maxed. I have plenty to do. I do want to know if what's coming down the pipeline is interesting or not, because if not, I'll certainly kill my motivation to finish the things I haven't finished. It's true. But knowing they've already released a roadmap in the past where a good portion of it never even got added is lame. Oh, that's a shame. Yeah, I've been seeing that here recently where they did release a roadmap and like nothing apparently was implemented in the game. And that's very bad. Like Amazon games, like that is really bad. If you're going to have a roadmap, please follow through with that. Like it just blows my mind that you think it's okay to have a roadmap and say you're going to add this into the game and you don't add pretty much nothing of it into the game. Like that's just lying, and that's just not cool. That's just not cool at all, because you're making those players really excited and very hyped to play the game, and then you don't follow through with any of it. So like that's just not, it's not cool. It's not cool at all. I can only hope that the slow walk of a roadmap is because they want to be 100% sure. Yeah, and I'm okay with that. Hey, whatever. I mean, sure, take your time, but also you should have had a roadmap already like designed, and you should already know like 100% that the content that's going to be in that roadmap is going to be implemented, right? But you should have had that all done before New World Aeternum was even released. They want to be 100% sure what they put out is happening. If they slow walk it, then also don't follow through, the game is done once the fresh player base reaches the point launch players are at. Have to hope they know and understand that. You would think that would be common sense, but as we know, there's a lot of people who do not have common sense. So if they're just now looking into making one after community asked for it, that's a bad sign, a really bad one. Honestly, that is not a bad point. That's not a bad point. It's like, hey, let's hurry up and just throw a roadmap together and say that we're, gonna potentially release this content next year, but it actually not release. Like, I guess like the previous roadmap, we asked them to show us the roadmap, not make one, since they were supposed to already have one before the re-release. Yeah. As I said, they probably don't have one. They didn't expect this to be good of a turnaround. As a result, they don't have anything. That's great news. Thanks for sharing, since not everyone keeps up in the Discord. Secret is there was never a roadmap, just like the past time. They've got no future. Once the nostalgia washes away from the game, players will leave in drives against, citing the same issues players have always brought to the devs' attention. It's kind of funny to watch a lot of people huff the copium and think that the game taken 3 years to go to a UI based around console versus the PC we had, with some slight story touch-ups and no real in-game will last. Yeah, I mean, I'm not 65 yet, but is the in-game really like, is there really nothing? Like, there seems like there's things to do at in-game. Maybe there's really no like vertical progression to in-game. Maybe that's like the issue, because there's a raid I saw that they released. There's a PvP island that you can kind of go to. Well, territory, I guess, PvP territory that you can go to and kind of get gear, which I guess after a certain point, when like, you max out at a certain point with gear. There's mobs, different mobs around the map that I guess you can kind of go fight once you're 65. But Yeah, I don't know. I guess maybe it's more, yeah, maybe it's more like in-game content that's like more relevant to do to like keep you engaged, I guess. I don't know. Again, I'm not to level 65 yet. I haven't really reached in game, so I can't really speak on that. But I do see that a lot from a lot of the players, is that the end game is not very good. Well, if they don't hurry up, the game's going to go back to 5K active on Steam again. Nobody will care anymore. You got a chance with the recent update bringing back players and new players in great quantity. Don't diddle around for a year. Yeah, that's so true. You know, like before it was 5K people on Steam. I don't even know what the numbers are currently, but I think a lot of people, old and new, are, checking out the game again. And like I said, I think for the most part, there's a lot of positivity. And with that, Amazon Games really needs to capitalize on that. They really tell us to be patient. Poor choice of words. They announced months ago that they talk about the roadmap nearing the launch of Aeternum. Here we are, and they tell us to be patient. What a joke. Wait, really? That's true? They announced a few months ago that they would talk about a roadmap kind of around the launch of Aeternum. Wow, that's crazy if that's so true. Wow. Huh. Roadmap coming in 2025. I really feel like they need to release a roadmap within the next couple weeks, or even like in December. I don't know. At least a roadmap for 2025. Guys, please be patient. It takes a while to put words on the artwork, and everyone was so busy with porting this game to consoles, and even our art department was working on the port. We have so many exciting things coming to the world of Aeternum, which we can't be more excited about. We can't wait to share with you the exciting news that we have for you. This person's got to be trolling. The artwork. Nerf hatch. Yes, please put nerfing hatchet into the roadmap. I really would appreciate that. It's so funny. Okay, well, yeah. I definitely can see that being a pretty big aspect that the community wants as a roadmap. And you can tell right here, 4 days ago, 478 upvotes. Yeah, I think a roadmap is really important to the future of the game, and just for overall excitement and hype for the game for the upcoming year. However, if you're going to have a roadmap, Amazon, all the content that you're going to talk about or say that's going to be implemented has to be into the game, right? It's got to be implemented into the game. Okay, so let me say that again. Amazon, if you're going to do a roadmap, please make sure that the content that you're going to say on the roadmap is going to actually be implemented into the game. Because if it's not, you're going to have a lot of players unhappy with you. Okay? They're going to be unhappy, they're going to be frustrated, and they're going to lose trust in you again, especially the newer players that are playing the game and the people that are returning, like me, right? Which I would say I'm more of a newer player because I only made it to level 16 anyway. But either way, please, Amazon, please do not mess this up. Okay? Seriously. Use some common sense and just listen to the community, okay? To the majority of the community, and have a solid roadmap with content that's going to be actually released into your game, and not having any empty or unfulfilled promises. Okay? It's very important. So if you know 100% for sure it's going to be in the game, then tell us. If you're only 99% sure, don't tell us. Okay. Anyway, what a post. We'll see if we get a roadmap. I think that'd be awesome. I'm loving New World Aeternum right now. It's been a great experience. I've been loving the leveling up process. The PvP scene has been great with the 3v3 arenas. I'll be looking forward to getting to level 65 at some point, which will probably be in a few more weeks because I'm just taking my time and I'm playing other MMOs as well. So yeah, but I'm having a lot of fun. Let me know down in the comments kind of what you're thinking about this roadmap. Are you excited? Are you a little bit cautious like I am? Are you still having fun with New World Aeternum with it being, how long has it been released now? Close to a month, maybe? Yeah, I guess it's been close to a month. So yeah, let me know down in the comments, but thanks for watching and I will see y'all in the next one. Peace.